Good evening, everyone. Lovely to you all to join me this evening. Just like to go over a few things before we start. Firstly, by saying here that we did put a notification up today so that you can send photographs in over there on a Give and Gift page, whether it be of yourself, if you're needing a little bit of guidance, whether it be a loved one. And starting from tomorrow, as I will look at these photographs in the afternoon. So starting from tomorrow, I will start to go through all of your pictures there. And this is just something extra that we, here at the Give and Gift community can help you. And should you want to book a personal private reading, then again, should you book through the website, I do offer spiritual guidance, messages there from Spirit World. And again, we will be giving a donation to our amazing doctors, nurses at the NHS Fund. I'd like to say hello before we, 2 more minutes. I'd like to say something else before we carry on. Just to let you all know, I had a fantastic headache last night. I have never had so many loved ones bombarding me all evening, and I think there was a lady, a Tracy, I was texting last night because I'd still had this migraine. So what I'm going to do this evening, everyone, obviously much evidence there and accuracy, is to concentrate, on whatever's coming through here for each one of you. But I'm only going to be doing 40 minutes this evening because I don't want yet another headache. Okay, so I hope you all understand that. And I want to be here joining you all here on a Give and Gift community every evening. Please like, please share and tag friends if they're watching the messages that's delivered this evening, so they're able to join us here this evening on a Give and Gift. Overwhelmed with all the responses, everyone. I mean, it's been incredible. Over 5,500 people from all over the world, which is absolutely, phenomenal. So I'm going to make a start by, I'm going to make what's happened here. Excuse me a minute there. It was my nails. So I'd like to say hello before we start the evening off to people that's joined us. Hello to Rebecca Howard. Hi, Rebecca, and to Angela Sawyer. Lovely to have you here, Angela. And to Laura Priestley. Hello, Laura. Just got to be careful with these nails. Bear me a second. And to Mark Freshney. Hi, Mark. And to Sophie. Lovely to have you, Sophie. And Eloise Body. And David Ganelli. Hi, David. Gloria Jones. Hi, Gloria. And Caroline Green. My brother, Mark. Lovely to have you, Mark. And my sister-in-law, Lynette. Lovely to see you all, and the family supporting me here. To Gail Kelly Cooper and Tracy Mayo and Sonia Coles. Hi, Sonia. And so many more of you. So I'd like to just start off with how we're going to do this evening is I'm going to concentrate. I'm going to concentrate on letting a few ones come in, just like we did last night. But not to bombard myself, so I'm heading towards the medicine cabinet. And then I would like to allow loved ones to come in for those that's really in need of messages that I actually feel, and spending a little bit more time with some of our loved ones today to bring that evidence in, should it relate to you, okay? And I just want to say I've looked at a couple of pictures here, which will be my... the ones I've just seen, which was for Mossa Harrod and Edith Wood. Hi, Edith, and Abby Bills, and Leanne Hall, and Jane Simmons, and Mel Hopkinson, Caroline Green, and Karen Brown. So they're just only the first few that I've seen, but there genuinely is a long list here, okay? So as I'm ready now to welcome my first person in here, let's have some random ones here. Let's see, we've got a lot here. Just bear me a minute. Okay, just bear me 2 seconds. I'm just making sure I've said everything clear to you all. Bear me a second. Okay. So I'd like to say I have a gentleman here. I just want to get some quick ones out here so that we all get a little bit of something. And please don't think I'm going to miss anyone. Even if I'm here forever, I will try and get through as many as I can. So I want to say I've got a Gary here in Spirit World. Now, I don't know how old Gary is, but I've got a Gary looking for Teresa, not Tracy, Teresa. And he's sending love to Teresa here, saying that he misses her dearly. And he actually says here he wasn't in a brilliant place himself here. And he's also giving me a February memory there, Teresa, should you be joining us this evening? Or should someone relate to Gary for Teresa? He's saying brother, okay. So we've got a brother for Teresa over there in Spirit World. I just want to go through a few here because I want to spend a bit more time with everybody today. Well, more time on Spirit. I've also got a gentleman as well. Now, he's really, I don't know, he's really coming in this one. I can see his height on this gentleman. So he's about 5'7", maybe 5'8". And he's giving me granddad. That's fine. So I've got a granddad. I'll have his name in a minute. He's looking for Joanne. Come on. He's just saying, Joanne, I want to send my love to Joanne and her daughter. So Joanne only must have the one child here, Joanne. And he's just bringing me masses and masses of flowers. So Joanne, if Grandad had some connections maybe with flowers, or if he was always buying you flowers there, and he's just said, and please give my love to Karen. So Joanne, if we're connected with Grandad here, you have that one daughter there. Thank you for all these likes, by the way. You have that one daughter there, and you're connected with Karen. Grandad's sending his love. And also, bear me a second, and he's just said there that he's so proud of you. And he says, listen, my love, it's not always gonna be like this. I don't know what's gonna be like this yet. Wait a minute. Feeling empty. Just hold your head up, he's saying. Put your head up high. He's got a pair of glasses on, this gentleman. So I can see him with glasses. Oh, and it's to do with Mark. So that's great. So there's a link with what I've just said. Because the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, when I get something, it's like when you do a show. You know, you get the evidence through, you get the information through, and then your brain is literally wiped out of it. So, you know, you can't hold any memory there. Otherwise, I'd be a genius, but I couldn't possibly cope with it. I'd be in a mental home. Okay, so I do want to say what I've just said, and is connected with a Mark. So I'd like to leave Grandad's love with you there, Joanne. And if someone should know of Joanne, if she's not joining us this evening, it would be lovely to give that message on to Joanne, and God bless. Okay. Now I have, bear me a minute, I've got a gentleman now. Let me just move all this out of the way. I've got a gentleman now that's wanting to connect with me here. Bear me a minute. I've got an older gentleman here. I'm feeling he's an older gentleman. And I've got, okay, I feel I've got somebody's husband here. Bear me a minute. Just have a drink of my tea. I made myself a big mug tonight. Bear me a minute. Okay, he's looking for, oh, that's an unusual name here. I can't even say it. Bryony. Do we have a Bryony? That's a really unusual name. I'm not going to concentrate on the actual messages of your names here, because I really need to speak with this gentleman. And I feel that this gentleman here, Bryony, if I've said your name right, has kind of got a lot to say here. So I want to give this gentleman a little bit more of my time, because he's saying to me, she really needs to hear this, my love. She really needs to hear this. Okay, so let's just see what he has to say. Okay. He says he's your husband, Bryony. And he tells me, Bryony, that at this moment in time, you're really upset you're really upset there, Bryony, to do with your daughter. Okay, bear me a minute. And he's saying, Bryony, that there's a lot of battles going on here, and official documents, okay, to do with the daughter. Oh, and something, Bryony, to do with two parents, Bryony, if you're out there joining us this evening. Forgot what I just said. Something to do with two parents and battles with a child. Baby, sorry, a child, a small child. Okay, thank you. And what he's just saying to me here is, bear me a second. Okay, that his daughter, Bryony, if you're listening to me this evening, sorry, his daughter, since Dad's passed, has actually struggled, that was a long word, struggled with his death, okay, and that, wait a minute, his daughter struggled with his death, and has gone kind of in a very deep emotional state of depression, okay? So if you're with us this evening, Bryony, please leave the comments and I can look at those tomorrow. But I do want to continue there, Bryony, with this gentleman, okay? So since this gentleman's passed, there has been a lot of upset, a lot of battles, and apparently, Bryony, this daughter, which I feel is maybe your own daughter, he's saying has been very irresponsible. Well, that's not nice. Okay, very irresponsible and not taking responsibility. She's not taking, okay. So your daughter, Bryony, Dad's husband's saying to her, Dad is saying to me that your daughter's not taking responsibility because she's not bear me a minute. She's not capable of looking after this child, I think, is what he's trying to say to me here. Bear me a minute. And she's not been right. She's not got over it, Bryony. So I hope you're joining me this evening, Bryony, here on A Giving Gift to understand what this gentleman's trying to say to me this evening with his messages. And just to give a little bit more there, he said that there is a John very close in the family as well. Now, he's saying again to remind you here, Bryony, I just want to see if I can see you on this. Oops, done it again with my nails. I'm really sorry here. Bear me a minute. Sorry, it's my nails. In fact, I better just leave the screen alone. I'm just seeing if I do have this Bryony lady, Brian or Bryony. No, I'm not going to touch this screen. But what this gentleman's saying is, she's not stable enough. He's saying, she's not stable enough to look after her own child. Wow. She's not stable enough, Bryony, to look after her own child. Neither is she in a good place either to take responsibility. So I hope you understand all this message, because he's really spending this time with me, Bryony, to explain all this to you. Now, he's aware, so your husband's aware that you've got a battle on, and this is about a little boy, by the way, okay? So you've got a battle on to actually get the grandchild back. Okay, so I think we're nearly there now. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, so Bryony, it's a really hard, and he's making me feel very tearful. So your daughter's brought you to tears through all of this, but he's saying he says, but there is going to be assessments done. No, there is. They're going on. There's assessments, Brian or Bryony, going on. Yeah, to do with all of this situation. So if you could understand that message, Bryony, he knows that you're doing this all by yourself. And this is really difficult for you, but your husband's with you, and he's just said, he said he's not wanting to take too much of your time up, God love him. He's just said, and he knows that you're either paying for 2 houses here, or you're running 2 houses, Bryony. And he says things need to stop. So I would like to leave your husband's love with you there, Bryony, and I really hope that you could understand the messages, which is quite a long one here. Yeah, I hope you can understand the messages that this gentleman here, being of your husband, in spirit world, knows what you're dealing with. It's really awful, knows what you're dealing with. And I want to leave his love with you there, Bryony, and God bless, and I hope you find some comfort there from your husband. Okay, just give me a second now. Let's have a few more hellos to everybody without taking the video off. So hello to Kelly Cooper. Bear me a minute. There's Rebecca Clark. I'm going to put my finger in the middle now. To Steph Nuds and to Chris Truman. Hello, Chris. And Katie Rebecca. And to Katie Bolton, hi Katie, and to Mother Harrod, no, I will be having a look at your pictures tomorrow there for you. And to Daniel Jessica, oh God, there's so many of you. Mandy Moran, hello Mandy, and Vicky, I cannot pronounce that long name, Shadari, hello Vicky, and Sue Gilchrist, hello Sue, and Helen Yeshu, welcome to you all this evening here on A Given Gift. To my sister Amanda, and to Katie Bilton, hi Katie. Oh God, there's so many. And to Lisa Jane and Whitey White, hi Vicky Buckland as well. Bear with me a minute. And to Sarah Anderson, and to Kayleen Body. Lovely to have you all with us, and Rachel Weeks. And I now want to kind of bring in someone else here. Just bear me 2 seconds. So I'm telling him here, not a lot tonight, not all in one go. So just bear me a minute. Edith. Okay. So I have a lady for Edie or Edith. Edith's here. Edith's here on this side of life. So if you're joining us this evening, Edith, we have a lady here. Now, she's coming through to me as if like I've got mum, because I feel like you should do this and you should do that. Now this lady, Edith, she tells me it all happened so suddenly, Edith, and I'm feeling my throat tightening up here. So that tells me there, Edith, if you're joining us this evening, that mum never got to say a goodbyes to you here. And she says you've been fed up, okay? Just very, you're fed up. And I don't know if you've been worrying about your weight here, Edith, because this lady's saying to me here that she's always worrying about things here. And you're having a black bag day, apparently, Edith. You're going to be decluttering, clearing out is what she's saying. But you've not been sleeping too well here, Edith, according to this lady. Just need another drink, excuse me. No, you've not been sleeping too well. And what she's saying is, you keep waking up, waking up, waking up. If I've got the right Edith here, and she wants to say that she loves you dearly. And she's just got me a purse in front of me now, Edith, and she's just closing it. And she's saying, stop being so ruddy soft. So if you can understand that message, Edith, and also she's, wait a minute. I don't know if you're thinking of booking Spain. You won't be going anywhere yet, Edith, because I've cancelled flights. But she's just said about Spain. Yeah. So I want to leave that little short message. I will have a look at photographs though, definitely for you all tomorrow. But just want to try and bring in as many people as I can this evening without giving myself a headache. Okay. Hello to Sandra Carter Hunt and to, bear me a minute, Sarah Gray, Crystal Price, Charmaine Allen, hello. Lovely for you all to join us this evening. Mandy Dickinson Hole and Linda Hookstep, hello Linda. And hi Stephanie Braceby and Anne West and Rachel Groom. Oh, there's so many of you, everybody. And Caroline Jane Ingleworth, lovely to have you here. And Daniel Marshall, hi Dan. And my other sister Anne Freshney, lovely to have you, sister. And to Karen Hookin and all the rest of you that's joining me this evening. I'm so happy that this is bringing you all so much comfort, and I can just see you all there now, all sat at home, all with your laptops or your phones on, hoping there that someone here will join me this evening in bringing a message. And that's going to happen because I'm going to do my best to try and make sure that everybody can get a little bit of something, and I'm really hoping for that. Okay, so now I'd like to invite in a gentleman. Okay, so I've got a gentleman, I've got an older man now, so my leg's hurting with him as well, bear me a minute. I've got a gentleman, I do feel he's an older man, and he has got grey hair. Don't know who he's looking for yet. I have got grey hair with this gentleman. He did wear glasses, bear me a minute. Oh, he says I was getting on because I drew my pension, so that's bless him. Oh, he's looking for Becky. So if I have a Becky with me this evening that's joining us here live on A Giving Gift, I'd really appreciate it, Becky, should the message I'm going to give relate to you. And again, I will look at the feedback, Becky, tomorrow, because I can't kind of look at that and listen to them at the same time. So, okay, pop. So I've either got pop or pops. That's what he's giving me at the moment here. Just bear me a minute. Now, the first thing he's telling me here, Becky, bless him, he's just said he hoped to have been on this side of life longer than he actually did, bless him. He's actually sending love, Becky. He's sending love to your mum. Bear me a minute. Okay. He's sending love to your mum. And what he's saying there is that mum hasn't been herself, okay, the last 5 months. So, okay, the mum hasn't been herself the last 5 months. And he's just saying there that she's been in a lot of pain. So I don't know right now, Becky, if you're joining us this evening, if it's physical pain or emotional pain yet, I'm not sure. And then something about arrears, Becky. Now, I don't know if it's difficult when they give me just random, okay, the ears. So I don't know if she's been in pain in her ears. Obviously the ears are the balance, Becky. So I don't know if mum's been going dizzy or has an infection in the ear, but something with the ear, okay? And, oh dear, he's telling me now that, okay, he's telling me now, Becky, if you're joining us this evening, that you've had some, yeah, he says about I'm not breathing or something. You've had some news about somebody struggling to breathe. Would you understand that, Becky? Somebody struggling, and I feel it now. Don't feel it's yourself. No, it's not yourself. Somebody struggling to breathe. Wait a minute. Somebody, I hate it when they do this. Somebody struggling to breathe. Bear me a minute. So I don't know if they've got this virus because I want to cough. Somebody's struggling to breathe, okay. But now he's giving me they've got a problem with a lung. Because I can feel that one as well. And he's saying it, I'm really I know you're all really, really worried. You're really, really worried. But I'm aware, he says, I'm aware that, God, my heart's pounding here with him. He knows you're really panicking, Becky. I just want to see if I've got a Becky without not losing my phone. Bear me a minute. If not, I'll just carry on. No, I can't see Becky yet. But anyway, so he knows there's somebody that's really, really struggling here to breathe. And there's something to do, one, with a hell of a lot of medical problems here. A lot of medical problems, yeah, a lot of medical problems. And then the other is mum, and then with a health, and then we've got the person that can't breathe. So there's a lot going on, Becky, actually in your family at this moment in time. But I definitely feel there's something with respiratory, but like a really severe problem there, Becky, if you're joining me this evening. Because I'm asthmatic myself and I know what it's like when I can't breathe. But this feels worse than that. It feels just like my airwaves are closing and I can feel it. But the other thing I want to tell you, Becky, is that whoever this is, I don't feel it's, I just want to know if it's a man or a woman. Bear me a minute. Okay, he's not saying a she. So I'm going to go with he then, okay? I'm going to tell you there, Becky, that he will be okay. So I just hope that's giving you there just that little bit of hope. And he hasn't finished with me yet. Bear me a minute. Okay, he wants to go back over something here before he died. So let's see if you can relate to this, Becky. Something before he died or when he died, I'm not sure. But what he's saying here, he says, I just want to say sorry. Now, I don't know what he's saying sorry for as yet, Becky, until I listen to him. But he's saying, I just want to say sorry. I was just thinking, oh, bless him. I was just thinking about the family when I made that decision. So there must have been a decision of something, Becky, that this gentleman did before he died, because he's just said there, I only tried to protect, I only tried to protect the family. And what he's saying here is, and I'm so sorry to all of you, that you're all facing these difficulties and problems through something that he did. And I really don't know what he's talking about. But he's saying it will come out all right. It will come out all right. But he said to me here, oh, and he's just mentioned here June. Now, I don't know what's to do with June with you there, Becky, if you're joining us this evening. I just want to see if I've got a Becky, because that was really a long message. No, I still can't see Becky. But anyway, I will look tomorrow for what's been given me this evening. Okay. But I'm going to leave this gentleman's love with you now, if that's okay. And God bless. I also now want to bring to somebody else in here. Let me come in quick. Just 2 seconds a minute. Now I've got here, I've got a young lady with like, I want to say short hair, but quite high bone structure. She's not old at all. It's just a quick message here that I'm getting from this lady. She's looking for Di. She's looking for Di. Now, she tells me that she was very, 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 very poorly here, Di. But I don't know any deep input yet. She's just saying, I don't know if she was a friend, if she was a family member. But she's just said to me there that there is Mary connection here, Mary. So I don't know if Mary's in this world or in spirit world there, Di. But she's got like really like, yeah, she's got really like strong colour, like an Albany kind of colour hair. But she's saying, I'm okay, my love. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. She says, you've got to look after those at home. So that's just a little bit of a message here for you there, Di. And should you want to, Di, I don't know if your name's Di or Diane, or if you're known by Di, send in some pictures there, Di, over there on a given gift. And I am going to be sitting and looking through those all tomorrow. Now, I also have another gentleman that wants to join me. Bear me a second. I need to know who he's looking for first. He's just asked me how long I've got. Okay, cheeky then. I've got a gentleman that wants to join me now this evening. Now, he says he's looking for his daughter, okay? And I need to know the daughter's name now. So he's looking for his daughter. Now, this gentleman has kind of, he's got kind of brown hair. I've not got very, very dark hair, but I've got like brown hair. He says he likes to drink, so I'll go with that. He's got an accent, by the way. And he's looking for Tina. So I've got a dad looking for Tina that's got an accent, and the link to the name Jerry is also significant. So if I do have a Tina that's joining us here this evening on a given gift, I'd like to give this gentleman here, again, a little bit more of my time, because when I feel that and they want to come through, some's just happy to say their hellos and, you know, everything like that. But then there's others that really feel that you need that bit more. And so, Tina, if you're joining us this evening, this gentleman needs a little bit more of to give me my time, sorry, okay. Now, he wasn't overly tall, because I don't feel he's overly tall. Bear me a minute. He's also said that there wasn't any goodbyes there, Tina. Oh, and he's just said you're not an only child, okay? Now, somewhere, Tina, he's just said there are twins. Now, I don't know, Tina, if you have twins, if there are twins to do with him. Twins to do with him? Yeah, twins. So I don't know if he had twins here, but he says he was a grafter. That's a nice one. He says I was a grafter, but he also has a son. Bear me a minute. He also has a son. He's saying that mum and dad wasn't together, so maybe mum and dad separated, I think, because he's saying we wasn't together. Oh, and he's giving me all this pain in my stomach. Bear me a minute. Mum and dad wasn't together. What's he saying? Okay. That was it. Okay, there was a problem. You've got it. He says, no, it's not me. So, Tina, you've got a problem with your tummy. I don't know if you suffer with IBS or something with your tummy. He says she's up and down with it. She's up and down with it. But he's saying, but neither does she eat properly. So, Tina, you're not eating properly, according, yeah, is that what he's saying? You're not eating properly, according to your dad. Now, what he's also would like to tell me here is that there's a son. Okay, there's a son that's also having tests, recent tests, or there's tests going on with your. That must be your brother then. Okay, so there's tests going on there, Tina. If you're joining me this evening here on A Giving Gift, and if you can relate to this, if you are joining us live, then lovely to give me some feedback. However, should somebody relate to this message for Tina, please like, share and tag this so that Tina can see this video. But he hasn't finished yet. Bear me a minute. So he's just saying here about his son. Yeah. His son's going to be okay. Now, he's just said he loved his women. He says, oh, I'm not going to say that word, but he loved his women. He was a little bit of a flirt, this bloke, your dad, when he was on this side of life. But would you understand he's made it up? He's made it up now with your mother. So your mother also, Tina, must be there in spirit world. And he's just said, I've got the dog. So he must have your dog. And I want to finish that with something with Jerry. There's something with a Jerry, okay? So I would like to leave there, Tina, Dad's love, with you this evening. It's so nice when they come in and give us evidence like that. This is what I do when I do shows and kind of one-on-one readings. It's giving spirit world that little bit more time, because sometimes that person may need that little bit more time. And I'm going to finish off now with my last message here. I've got a gentleman looking for Catherine. An older gentleman here, okay. Just bear with me a minute while I welcome this gentleman in. Now, he's got more whiter hair than grey. So, Catherine, although there's hundreds of Catherines on here this evening, should this message relate to you, that'll be amazing. But I've got a gentleman, so he's getting on a little bit. He tells me here that there was complications here, complications with his health. And there's a birthday memory, Catherine. This is Catherine. He's correcting me, Catherine. There's birthday memories here. He tells me that's coming up next month. So should you relate to this, Catherine, so far? He's telling me that you are struggling to make a decision in what's best for the family, okay? So struggling to make a decision. He's bringing me caravans as well here, Catherine. So I don't know if this gentleman, I don't know, loved his caravans, something like that. He's sending love. There's something to do with your son. There's something to do with your son, and you're concerned about something to do with your son, is what he's giving me here. And he wants to say, stop stressing. He says you're trying to cut something off emotionally, but you're struggling to actually let it go. You're struggling to let it go. But he's saying, and Wales, there's something to do with Wales, but I don't actually feel a whale. I think he means the place. I think Wales, okay. And he wants to say he's with his partner here, which is lovely. Over on the other side there, Catherine. And just to confirm this, Catherine, he's going on about you hitting your head on a cupboard. So I don't know if you've just done that. But I do want to leave this gentleman's love with you there. And he wants to finish his message by just saying there, I am with you. It's all gonna come right in the end. He says, you'll see. Just hang on in there. And so, God bless to this grandfather here for Catherine. Yeah, God bless to your grandfather for Catherine. I also now would like to just see if I can get another snippet, and then I'm going to say to my brain, it's ready to say it's had enough. So hello to Kelly Watkinson and to Carol Jeffries, Karen Doyle, Hayley Jane and Katie Slater and so many more of you. I want to thank each and every one of you here this evening that's joined me live over on a Giving Gift community. There's still a lot more for us, so there's no time scale here. I'm just thinking basically of my own health here and not wanting another migraine. So please leave your comments. Thank you so much for all these likes here on the page, all over the place, all over the world. It's just absolutely incredible, and I really do appreciate it. So do send your photographs in. I will sit tomorrow afternoon, especially while I've got nothing to do, and I'll pick some people out. So just remember, should you want something about yourself, just put myself. Should you want me to try and connect with somebody in spirit world, put the picture up there, and I will do my uttermost best to bring through as many messages as I can. And again, should you want a reading Tracy's, bless her, even though she's not working because the office is closed, she's the one that's looking at all your emails. So this one deserves a medal. She's absolutely my right arm at the moment. And I'd be lost without Tracy because I'm useless on a computer. Thank you again, everybody. And again, before you go to sleep tonight, you know, my thought for this evening is stop worrying. Now, when I say stop worrying, we have what we call positive and negative. And when we're positive, we attract more things because our thoughts gets processed to the universe and we attract things. And when we're negative, I call it watering the weeds. So our thought form will attract more negativity, more negative energy. And even though we're all facing, you know, really strong, challenging times at the moment with health, finances, you know, they're there to help us. And you know, we have to try and be positive through these challenging times. So it's good night from me here at A Give and Give community. God bless to you all. Thank you so much for watching and joining us this evening. Good night.